Hi everyone, I'm going to review the video 21 Reasons to Go Vegan in 2021.
This is Dr. Neil Barnard, counting down 21 reasons to go vegan in 2021. Number 21, join the crowd. Have you looked at all the products that replace meat and dairy? So many people are giving vegan a try and it ends up just being life-changing.
Okay, the first reason is to be a sheep and to follow what the government recommends. What is trendy? What? That's mass brainwashing. That's exactly what you shouldn't do. When the government says that something is good, and in this case healthy or beneficial in any way, then you should know that it's for sure not.
Number 20, lose weight and get healthy. A vegan diet can help you achieve your goals. Reason number 19.
Okay, losing weight. Losing weight simply means starvation, malnutrition, except if you are on purpose under-eating. Horrible reason.
You'll be in really great company. I'm talking about movie stars and athletes and members of Congress, even a former president have gone vegan. You know what? You can too.
This is so super cringy. Of course you won't be in their company because you go vegan. All of these so-called stars, politicians, act as if they are vegan, and even the ones who don't quit. A lot of the so-called vegan celebrities that vegans always mention, when you look them up now, they have already quit veganism. You have no connection to them.
Number 18, get something for free. That's right. The Physicians Committee has a free online program and app. It's the 21-day vegan kickstart. And you'll find 21 days of recipes, meal plans, menus, cooking tips, nutrition information, everything you need to pack it into 21 days.
You're not getting anything for free there. It's basically just a plan to malnourish you. So if anything, you're gonna lose something, which is your health. Of course they would give it for free if they want you to go vegan. It makes absolute sense.
17, improve your athletic performance. Many studies have shown that vegan diets boost athletic performance by improving your endurance, improving your muscle strength, and clinicians should really consider this not just for people who want to be healthy, but for people who really want to perform at their very best.
Of course, he's not showing any studies, so there's nothing specific that I can comment on. But again, just like the celebrities, a lot of the athletes, basically over 90% at this point, have quit veganism because they didn't perform well. And when you compare how they used to perform as to when they were vegan, you can absolutely see that their performance went down. As far as the muscles, is he going to say that eating beans and lentils makes your muscles stronger, bigger, or whatever? Because obviously if you eat what you are made out of, or specifically the muscles, which is red meat, then of course you will get bigger muscles, get stronger by eating what they are made out of, red meat.
And you know what? That's you. Reason number 16, in a word, raspberries and blueberries and dates and sliced bananas.
This is so horrible.
Put them on your oatmeal. Put them on your vegan yogurt. Put them on in the morning. Yum. You'll be set for the day.
Are those berries or the fruit only made for vegans or what? Anybody can eat them. It doesn't make any sense. It's not made specifically for vegans. You could say by nature, but that's not even true because those are cultivated berries anyway. Vegans don't eat any natural fruit or any kind of plants anyway, anything besides fruit. Sure, you could find some wild fruit, but when it comes to everything else, all of it is completely cultivated. And basically 99% of the fruit that people eat in Europe, it's all cultivated. It's all man-made, it's not natural. Anyway, ridiculous point.
Reason number 15, get your hormones in balance. High fiber, low fat foods do exactly that. And you know what? There's lots of fiber in beans, in vegetables, in fruits, whole grains. And all of this fiber escorts those unwanted hormones out of your body.
I've never heard of this nonsense. Of course, he doesn't present anything. Maybe this is supposed to be a short video, but hey, if somebody who believes in veganism religiously now watches this video, he may actually, or she may believe that, oh, I have hormonal issues. Oh, I gotta eat more fiber because that will take the unwanted hormones out of my body. What? What kind of nonsense is that? And yeah, all of the stuff he mentioned has a lot of fiber. Fiber is literally just another word for the indigestible part of the plant. It's something you shouldn't consume. Ideally, you should eat a diet with little or no fiber, because all that it does is cause digestive issues. It constipates you and so on. It's just not digestible. There's 0 point. It for sure will not carry out any hormones. What?
This is the frontier of science, and it can make a huge difference. Reason number 14. Create a happier you in 2021. Studies show that plant-based foods have a mood stabilizing effect for many people. And some foods, like citrus fruits and broccoli, might actually offer an immune-boosting bonus, which is definitely something to smile about.
Okay, broccoli can... what? Okay, I get what he means, of course. Broccoli is very toxic. It has a lot of toxins which will alarm the immune system, which is what the vegans and the mainstream so-called science and the doctors define as an immune-boosting food. Sure, of course, if you go by that definition, broccoli, kale, and all of the toxic stuff will boost your immune system because you will create antibodies to the toxins in those absolutely man-made, unnatural vegetables. And I've never heard of anybody who got in any way happier when they went vegan, except for maybe the first few weeks, maximum 1 or 2 months. And that's only because in that stage you eat your own body fat yourself. You're in a state of cannibalism. And obviously, as you can see, this guy is way beyond that stage. He looks very frail, emaciated pretty much.
Okay, how about reason number 13? You know about this one. It's a healthy heart. Decades of research show that vegan diets lower the risk of heart disease, but they can do more. Along with a healthy lifestyle overall.
Okay, for one thing, there are no studies that show that. There are epidemiological studies which, by every definition, every scientist knows this, means basically literally zero when it comes to science, because it is not science. It's not something that can be tested, repeated. It's just literally, by every definition, not science. Those are not scientific studies. It can come out with the result that a car tire causes finger pain or something. It is completely illogical. You can make anything out of anything when it comes to that. So for sure, there's nothing that proves that veganism is in any way good for the heart. And obviously it isn't, because we know that what causes heart disease is sugar and vegetable oils, which a vegan diet is based on, basically.
Overall, they can actually help you reopen narrowed arteries. Reason number 12.
How?
If losing weight is part of your New Year's resolution, a vegan diet is for you. Vegans are not just less likely to end up overweight compared to other folks, but a vegan diet turns out to be the best way and the healthiest way to shed unwanted weight. Give it a try, you'll see what I mean.
How is it a healthy way? As I said before, and it's basically the same point again, losing weight is the most unhealthiest way to lose weight, because you will be eating yourself, and not only your fat but also your muscle, because you're not eating any meat. And that's literally just how it is. To maintain muscle, you gotta eat meat, and or of course, like a lot of the so-called vegan athletes nowadays use drugs, but that doesn't last long, and it's obviously super unhealthy. The healthier way to lose weight is to eat a ketogenic diet, to eat very little carbs, to not produce insulin all of the time, which is what vegans do, which is why they age so badly. And then sure, you can exercise or whatever, it's a topic of its own, but the point is that you will be satiated and you won't overeat, whereas vegans are malnourished, seeing as plants lack over 50 nutrients, so they overeat on sugar all of the time, and either they will get super overweight or simply starve themselves, because if you don't get any animal fat and flesh, any protein, let's just say, then it's just going to be super hard to maintain weight. So you're going to lose it, yeah. But it's the worst possible way because it's starvation. He's saying that it's healthy to lose weight by starving yourself.
Reason number 11. A vegan diet has an anti-inflammatory effect in the body that helps us battle chronic pain, and it makes you healthier overall. Reason number 10.
Okay, any examples, anything? I get that this is a short video, but you could mention at least something. Of course, what's the most inflammatory for the body again? Essentially, it's all the plants, the anti-nutrients, toxins, sugar, vegetable oils, and so on. Basically everything that comes from plants, whereas people who eat, for example, a zero-carb diet, a so-called carnivore diet, let's just say, they have basically zero inflammation. And this has been proven in many tests by many people.
And prevent, improve, even reverse type 2 diabetes. Our research, and that of other teams too, shows that vegan diets help you lose weight, reduce your medications, maybe even get off them altogether.
Okay, for one thing, medication by definition, the supplements are medication. So when vegans are on 10 to 20 supplements, and this guy also recommends many of them, then of course you are on medication. You may be on different medication. You may be taking B12 obviously, and digestive enzymes and whatever, what all of them take. But still, it means that your body is not healthy. You need extra help. You need to medicate yourself because you have not reached your full potential of health, or more specifically in this case, you're not getting the nutrients that you need. So you need medicine, pills. That's what they are taking.
Number 9, healthier skin. You'll see the glow. Go for it. Reason.
The glow? Definitely not. Most vegans look very dry and they don't glow at all because they don't have any animal fat in their diet, so their skin gets super dry. Whereas people who eat raw meat, for example, their skin usually glows. As long as they, of course, also get sun and so on. There's a bit more to it than diet, but I don't know of any vegans whose skin glows and so on. They do use a lot of coconut oil and whatever, of course, makeup to cover up things and to try to make it seem like their diet is doing something. But in general, a normal looking vegan, their skin is quite often horrible. Acne is also pretty common.
Number 8, beans. Need I say more? Black beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, garbanzo beans, all of them. They're tasty, they're versatile, they're full of protein, full of fiber. Add them to your salad, add them to a soup or your rice bowl.
Okay, again, it doesn't make sense. Same as the berries. This is not something that only vegans can eat. So it's not a reason to go vegan. Anybody can eat them. Of course, they're full of fiber because they are indigestible. Are they tasty? In no way at all. Firstly, in their raw form, they are toxic, inedible. There's no way that you could eat them. There's nothing at all tasty about them. They taste super disgusting and toxic, right? Now, if you soak them, cook them, and so on, you destroy the toxins. Still, I used to eat them as a child. They taste horrible, like nothing. I don't see any vegans cooking beans and then just eating them plain. They put tons of sauces to imitate animal fat, spices, and so on to somehow cover up the taste. This guy also, no way that he eats, obviously no raw beans, but not even plain cooked beans. Just absolute nonsense. Full of protein? Yes, there's protein, there's a lot of amino acids missing, but even if there would be, it doesn't even matter because he mentioned the fiber, which doesn't let you digest the protein. You don't get it out of the beans. It doesn't matter what's in there on paper.
Number 7, healthy bones. Green leafy vegetables are loaded with calcium that you need for strong.
Okay, I'll stop you right there. What are you talking about? Pretty much everybody knows nowadays that dark leafy greens are the reason for osteoporosis and all of the bone problems basically nowadays. That's total common sense. Of course, he mentions calcium, but of course calcium, as we understand nowadays, is a small part when it comes to building strong bones. It's actually protein, which you will only get in the right quantities, all of the amino acids and so on, from meat. There's just nothing else. This is why people, when they get older, get problems with their bones. It's not because they don't eat enough leafy greens. They actually eat tons of that, but all of the doctors and so on recommend them to stop eating so much red meat or really any kind of meat. Always eat more vegetables. And of course, when you've got all the toxins, anti-nutrients and so on combined from plants that don't let you absorb even the calcium, then of course, when you don't eat any meat and you eat tons of anti-nutrients that don't let you absorb any minerals, you're gonna get bone problems. This is ridiculous. Really messed up from this guy to recommend that to anybody. Really irresponsible and dangerous.
Bones. The green leafies like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, kale, collards, put them front and center on your plate. Reason number 6. Going vegan is, in a word, trendy. It will impress your friends and your family with what a responsible and compassionate and environmentally conscious person you really are.
It's not as if when you go vegan, you automatically become those things, but of course vegans use it. For example, Vegan Gains, self-admitted sociopath, psychopath, and absolutely everybody can see that he's completely nuts. He wants to kill everybody and so on. But he uses veganism as a shield, as a mask, to say, hey, I'm vegan, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that I want to kill everybody who eats meat. As long as I'm vegan, I'm compassionate. Most of the vegans that I have met are very, very hateful. They can't stand humans. They hate themselves and everything around them. And these people are not going to become compassionate all of a sudden because they adapt a diet which will make them even crazier. Of course, when you're malnourished, you're longing for food that you're not allowed to eat and so on. You're gonna hate yourself and everybody around you.
Reason number 5. Keep your brain healthy. Getting away from animal fats and bringing in the fruits and the vegetables will help you.
Wait. That makes zero sense again. Our brain is made out of cholesterol and saturated animal fat for the most part. Keeping it out of your diet to make your brain healthier, which is what it's made out of. What?
You protect against cognitive decline and even things like Alzheimer's disease.
Hey, how can this guy say this stuff? There's so much proof at this point that elderly people, so-called ones, who don't eat enough meat and animal fat get Alzheimer's, dementia. And when they start eating more bacon even, their cognitive functions improve.
Reason number 4, boost your metabolism. Research from our clinical study just published in JAMA Network Open found that participants who started a completely low-fat plant-based diet increased their after-meal calorie burn by 14% compared to those who didn't make any diet changes. And that means it's easier to lose weight and easier to keep it off.
It's hard to comment on that because they did some kind of research at their clinic or wherever he is. I don't know what exactly he is talking about, but I would imagine that if your metabolism increases, that you're more hungry and it's probably harder to digest the food that you're eating. If you're eating a low-fat diet based on fiber, basically, then of course it should, I would imagine.
Reason number 3, fight climate change. A global shift to a plant-based diet could reduce greenhouse gases caused by food production by 70%. Reason number 2.
Okay, that's a whole topic of its own, but there's some great documentaries about this that completely disprove it. Also tons of articles that you can read that include studies and so on that show that it's of course not true, but the whole data is so messed up. You would have to talk about it for a long time to explain all of it. Just look into it yourself. It's a lie.
Have a heart. Americans eat 1 million animals every hour.
You should have a heart, an animal heart. Yeah, it's healthy.
And the worldwide total is, of course, much, much higher. And on their way to slaughter, animals have a miserable existence. Dairy cows, too. A vegan diet is the most important thing that you can do to bring kindness and compassion into your world.
Okay, you would of course have to also be kind to the humans, and if plants don't have over 50 nutrients, then you wouldn't want humans to starve, right? You wouldn't want them to be malnourished. So you gotta find a way to treat the animals right and to also make humans happy and healthy. Happy, healthy vegan, right? No, well, it's impossible. And of course, you don't have to treat the animals bad before they go and get slaughtered. Animals will die anyway. They may die later of so-called natural causes, or they will be slaughtered by humans. Doesn't matter. You can't prevent animals from dying, so just make the best out of it. Cows should be grass-fed and so on. No medicine, nothing used, just super healthy cows. You don't treat them bad when you bring them to the slaughterhouse, whatever he's talking about. Sure, yeah, Earthling Ed will post some videos of turkeys and chickens being in small cages, blah, blah. Okay, that's a specific industry. It's not all of it, obviously, but that's what the vegans want to show you, yeah.
Reason number one, actually the most important reason to go vegan in 2021, is to build a better future. Let's build a new way of thinking, one that aims to
A new world order, maybe?
To protect children from the health problems that would await them. Let's protect our environment and let's respect animals.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't mention children. Just look at all of the cases of children getting incredibly sick on a vegan diet. That's super irresponsible. Never involve children when it comes to this. And of course, children are just humans. It's future adults. So of course, adults should also not be made sick, but when you see the videos or pictures, it's mostly only pictures of babies that have been vegan, that didn't get any animal foods. It's really horrific. You would not want to see that. It's a nightmare. And yes, because a lot of people listen to people like him, they let their babies go vegan, and yeah, mostly they die.
All at the same time. Yep, let's get the animals off our plate, and the future is ours. Thanks very much.
Okay, sounds a bit sinister at the end. The future is ours. And of course, yes, they want the future to be vegan. That's what they are pushing right now. The guy, BG, and of course he's just a frontman. He's not really in control, but he supports Beyond Meat, Impossible Foods, all of that stuff. Yeah, Impossible Foods, just the name itself. There's nothing that will ever replace meat. It's our natural diet. It's basically satanic what him and all of the other people are promoting, because as I said already, plants don't have over 50 nutrients, and this is really important because if you don't eat meat, you're gonna end up malnourished. He is promoting malnutrition to a sort of large audience, because people do listen to doctors a bit more than just some normal YouTubers, but they don't know anything more than anybody else. Doctors don't get any nutritional education, basically, hardly any, and he may have read more about it, but he's super biased when it comes to the whole topic, and obviously he never understood anything when it comes to the human diet, which has always been the same. You cannot change it. All humans in nature eat raw meat, same as a wolf or a lion, and when those animals get fed cooked meat, they become sick and infertile. There's been studies done on cats, the Pottinger's cat study. That's exactly what happens to humans on cooked meat already. Now imagine a vegan diet over generations. Well, there would be no generations because most vegans are already infertile. It's a depopulation plan. Don't listen to this guy. Thanks for watching.